All right, so we're diving into all this Joker, Folie du buzz, straight from Venice.
Oh, from Venice.
Yeah, yeah. We've got this YouTube review, right, from this film guy, Alex,
Okay.
and he is clearly, like, mind blown.
Go processing. I like it.
Oh, yeah, big time. And it's interesting, right, because he's clearly, like, a huge film buff. He even shouts out, like, his favorite rapper, Ajax, like, in the middle of talking about the movie.
Uh-huh.
But right away, he says this isn't your typical sequel.
How so?
Well, he uses this phrase, and it's kind of stuck with me, suicidal risk.
Suicidal risk. Wow, okay. What's he getting at with that?
I think he's saying Phillips, the director, is, like, really going for it, you know? Like, this could totally alienate fans of the first one.
So it's a gamble.
Huge gamble. But Alex seems to kind of admire that.
Taking a risk. I like that. Bold move.
Totally. And then, let's get this, he calls Joker 2 a total genre bender.
A genre bender, huh? Like what?
Okay, so he throws out carceral drama, musical, romance, psychological thriller, all in one film.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, back up. A musical. How does that even work with, Joker?
Right. Like, that was my thought exactly. But Alex is picking up on, like, this deliberate chaos from Phillips, but also, like, there's a purpose to it.
So it's not just shock value. There's a method to the madness.
That's the sense I get, yeah. It's like you need all these pieces to understand, like this Joker, whatever that means.
Intriguing. But the musical element, I mean, that's really something else. Was Alex, like, into it?
He was, which I did not expect. He actually says he found it, like, strangely moving.
Interesting.
And he even says, even without the singing, the first Joker had a musicality.
Oh, I can see that, especially those scenes, like that stair dance, iconic.
Exactly. So it's not like Phillips is, slapping a musical number onto something that's totally out of place.
It's more like he's building on what was already there.
Yes. Just way more theatrical this time.
And that's where Lady Gaga comes in.
Oh, yeah. And about Lady Gaga, Alex is ready for this. He preferred her to Joaquin Phoenix.
Wow. He preferred Gaga. Okay, that's a statement. Even if she is amazing, Phoenix is, Phoenix.
I know, right? But what did Alex say he loved about her Harlequin?
Well, Harley Quinn's this fascinating character anyway, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's inherently theatrical, walking that line between madness and performance.
Oh, that's good. I see where you're going with this.
And who better to embody that than Gaga? Her whole persona feeds into the role.
So it's almost like perfect casting, in a way.
Exactly. And remember that whole suicidal risk thing?
Yeah.
Gaga's part of that. Like, she either elevates the film or it's just jarring. And it sounds like for Alex, it worked.
Man, this is making me completely rethink what a comic book movie can even be.
Me too, honestly.
But, speaking of risks, Alex says something about the film's message, about it being a judgment on the first Joker film.
A judgment. How so?
Well, he's wrestling with the legacy of that movie, the violence, and whether it, maybe unintentionally caused harm in the real world.
That's a heavy question.
It is. And it sounds like Phillips might be trying to address that in the sequel, like it's weighing on him too.
So it's a response, in a way,
Yeah.
to those real-world anxieties.
That's what it sounds like.
Wow. Okay, I'm even more curious about this now.
So is it actually saying anything new about mental health? Or is this whole Arkham Asylum thing just for, like, shock value?
Right, yeah. I mean, that's the big question, isn't it, when it comes to mental illness on screen?
Totally.
It sounds like Alex thinks this one at least tries to engage with it, even if, it's hard to watch at times.
He even says moral reckoning, which is intense. Like, Phillips is forcing us to confront something.
Right, exactly. Like, are we looking away from the people who need help? Are we part of the problem?
And to do all that while also doing, like, a musical.
It's ambitious, to say the least.
To say the least. And even Alex's take on the ending is vague. Says he's still processing.
Well, that's the sign of something good, isn't it? When it stays with you.
True, true. But it's interesting. He praises Lady Gaga, but with Joaquin Phoenix. I don't know. He almost felt like it was kind of been there, done that.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, Phoenix is amazing, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But he's kind of become known for this one thing. That intensity, the character's on edge. Does it get old after a while?
Right. Maybe that's part of what Alex is reacting to. Especially with everything else going on, it's almost too much.
It's like sensory overload, but for your, brain.
And maybe that's why he's struggling to just say good or bad. It's
Yeah.
more complicated.
And that's what's so interesting about deep dives like this. It's not just a review. Right. It's like we're watching someone try to figure out their feelings about the art.
It's like he's going through it in real time, huh? But he's into it.
Yeah, like he can't look away.
Totally. And maybe that's like the whole point of Joker. Folie Deux, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't want you to just check out or give it a thumbs up and move on.
It's demanding something more.
Exactly. It's like Phillips is saying, hey, look closer, deal with this, not giving us that comfortable, hero's journey or whatever.
And it makes sense given what you said about him, addressing the reaction to the first movie.
Hmm.
It's like he's wrestling with these big questions too.
Yeah, exactly. But in this really interesting, like, artistic way. Okay, remember that phrase, suicidal risk.
Oh yeah, from Alex.
It's like Phillips is taking that risk, not just as a director, but forcing us to take it with him as viewers. Like he's saying, this might make you uncomfortable, and that's okay.
It's a different way of looking at what a comic book movie can be. It's like, forget the tropes, forget the expectations, we're going deep here.
It's almost like he's saying, if you just want to see Batman fight someone, go watch something else.
Right, exactly. And that's what's so great about hearing Alex's take, right? It reminds us that art should make us think, make us feel things, even if those things are a little messy.
For sure. So yeah, like, as you're scrolling through all the Joker Folie Deux reviews out there, all the hot takes.
Oh, there's going to be a lot.
Oh, yeah. But, like, remember, Alex, right? It's not just about whether you like it or hate it. It's about understanding why it hits you the way it does.
It's about the conversation.
And honestly, maybe, like Alex, you'll need to see it twice.
Maybe 3 times. Who knows?
Exactly. All right, that's our deep dive on Joker, Folie Deux. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch you next time.